How much do other people influence our life choices?
I think the influence is far more pervasive than most of us would care to admit. We like to think of ourselves as autonomous agents, but that's often an illusion. So many of our choices, from our career paths to our leisure activities, are shaped by osmosis, where we unconsciously absorb the values of our inner circle. An offhand comment from a mentor can plant a seed that eventually blooms into a major life decision years down the line. That said, while we are social creatures, we still maintain the agency to course correct if we realize we are living someone else's dream.
Is it better to be influenced by many people or few?
I would argue that it is less about the quantity and more about the diversity and quality of that influence. Relying on a small, homogeneous group can create an echo chamber, whereas drawing from a wider net exposes you to a broader range of value systems. The real skill lies in curating your influences, being receptive to new perspectives without becoming rudderless or overwhelmed. Conversely, if you have too many competing voices in your head, it can lead to decision paralysis and a lack of a solid internal compass.
How does influence change as we age?
The center of gravity definitely shifts as we move through different stages of life. In adolescence, we are hyper-attuned to the peer group, but as we enter midlife, we tend to become much less porous and more discerning. Influence shifts from being prescriptive, where someone tells you what to do, to being purely inspirational, where you simply borrow traits you admire. However, regardless of age, we never truly stop being influenced. We just get better at filtering the input through our own sense of self.
Can negative influences be turned into positive lessons?
Absolutely. In fact, some of our most formative lessons come from a kind of psychological alchemy. A toxic boss or a manipulative friend provides a negative space that throws the kind of person you want to be into sharp relief. Witnessing someone squander their potential can act as a powerful deterrent, motivating you to avoid replicating those same damaging patterns. The danger, of course, is that if you do not consciously process the experience, you risk simply absorbing the negativity rather than learning from it.
What is the difference between influence and pressure?
It is a crucial distinction. I see influence as an organic current, whereas pressure is explicit and coercive. Influence operates through respect and admiration, making you want to gravitate toward a certain path, but pressure is essentially influence weaponized. Pressure often involves ultimatums or the withdrawal of affection, leaving you feeling cornered and resentful rather than empowered. Ideally, healthy influence should feel like it is expanding your horizons, while pressure always feels like it is narrowing them.
How can parents positively influence their children?
The most enduring influence is not about explicit lecturing. It's about the consistent modeling of a life lived with integrity. Children are highly sensitive to hypocrisy. They will always prioritize what you do over what you say. By creating a secure base where a child feels safe to fail, parents ignite a sense of curiosity and resilience that serves them for a lifetime. Mind you, parents must also know when to step back and allow the child to forge their own identity, even if it deviates from the parent's expectations.